I see the videos on kingdom marriages, and these young women are out here talking about, God is going to send this person. There are many women who's waiting for this guy, the security where she's saved, and yet they are not experiencing that. See, this is why I'm a woman of faith, but of wisdom, but realistic. I look at what's around me. This will help you stop being so frustrated with God. If you for a moment, just stop begging God to send you something and then getting upset because he's not sending this man who's saved. If you wake up and look around, you see the conditions that you're living in. You're living in a contaminated facility where most of the hearts towards women is hatred. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times. So you keep putting yourself in this position to try to force this love. You got to understand, in order to have a kingdom marriage, you have to be kingdom quality. Come on now, catch them diamonds. He has to be kingdom quality. God can't give you or present a kingdom marriage if this man or this guy, whoever he is, does not surrender to Christ. Then it wouldn't be kingdom. You get it? This is why you got to get out of that fairy tale and get back into real life, so you can see what's going on around you. Because a lot of times when you don't have no wisdom and knowledge, religion can really be your downfall, because you keep praying and begging God to do something, but you don't understand you're living in terrible times. You're not really respected. You have never been. When you got people burning women alive, like I said, you can compare the violence towards women is like the same violence with racism. I want you to understand this. It's not that you can't have that kingdom marriage. It's not that you can't meet a guy who's safe for you and you're safe for him, and y'all honor God together. It's not that. But the reality is that I want you to get is that this window is very, very small. And the reason why, because just like the word of God say, in the times of, the end times, men will become lovers of themselves. And it's not just a man, but it could be a woman. People are becoming lovers of themselves. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people are turned out by pain. A lot of people are contaminated, right? So if you're dealing with that, it's just like who was it? Jeremiah in the Bible. He wasn't able to get married. Because like I told you, in that story, God say, I have removed my hand off these people. So he told them, don't even think about it. Jeremiah, don't even think about trying to find one of these women to marry, because she's contaminated. I done took my hand off them. They're rebellious people. I've moved on. So don't touch them. That is the time we're in. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why you got to stop trying to glorify that ring. And you got to glorify and give God the glory. He's the king. You see what I'm saying? Is it possible for you to meet somebody and y'all honor God together? Yes, but like I say, that window is very, very small. And a lot of women, it's easy to get married, but it's the quality, the marriage that the quality of that marriage. It's hard to get that type of quality that you're longing for, where y'all go after God together, where you are safe. That's the hard part. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I say the dangers fall. Because you keep falling, because you're being naive and gullible. A lot of you. And I'm a woman who learned just by watching other people. I don't necessarily have to go through it. Growing up, I learned from other things, other people and things that I heard about, right? And another thing is, just because you get married, I'm going to tell you something, never fully trust nobody. And the reason why I say that is because, anybody can honor God with you. But it's a lot of women, when they get married, they start, sleeping unprotected. And what do you hear? What do you learn from that? You still end up getting burnt. Marriage does not secure this person. You're not secure because y'all are married. People are still in flesh, meaning that anybody can be tempted. Anybody can switch up. And there's another thing what makes women so naive, and you become gullible because you think you secure because you done got married. And then you hear women tell their horror stories about how she, caught an STD. You know what I'm saying? Because you thought that you were safe. You put you first. I know you've been conditioned in this world to see, marriage the way you see it, and you think because you got you a man. protect you at all costs, because you got to understand, no matter how much y'all pray together and all of that good stuff, people will be tempted and people go through things and they may not even tell you. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people be thinking they can handle things on their own. A lot of times people have secret desires that you don't know about, just like when you hear about women being with the husbands and finding out he likes other things. You never truly know. This is why you always continue to seek God's face. No matter, what status, what level you are in life. Keep God first. He's your protector, your number one protector. You see what I'm saying? Always keep him first. Always. Because you're not safe like that. And I want to end this message on this right here. This is some real stuff, especially if it's been hard for you to secure a relationship. Meaning it's like God always isolates you from relationships. You meet people, you mingle for a little while, but God separates you. It's like, he keep you separated. It's protection. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you the truth. I never thought that when God, isolated me from relationships, like I said, I meet people. I've had my experiences, but there was always some type of covering over my life. But see, I get it now because of who I am and who I'm becoming. I never thought that, when I thought about relationships back then, I never understood why God will always, cause some type of disconnection between me and people. God allowed me to be around people long enough to learn and to take that experience to share it with people now. Because see, I didn't know who I was. So everything makes sense. A lot of you ladies, it's hard for you to secure a relationship. It's really because God is protecting you from the world that you don't know about. Like I say, 33 years old, I ain't never heard of no bride burning. So imagine how, when I was reading, I was like, wow. The violence against women is very, very, it runs very, very deep. So a lot of times when you're single and God keeps protecting you, he knows way more about this world and a lot of things that as women, we don't know about. We don't, we hear about it on TikTok, how, a lot of these guys hate women. It's just not a talk. It's a real thing. This is a conditioned mentality towards women. This is why we had to fight so hard. So if God is protecting you from relationships, let them. Because they ain't safe. They're really not. Catch them diamonds.